When talking about adrenaline, we usually think of the excitement and fast heartbeat in exciting or scary situations. When you're stressed, your heart beats faster and your hands shake. This happens because of a hormone called adrenaline. It's important for our body's response to fight or run away from danger, but too much of it can be bad for our health. Adrenaline is like your personal superhero hormone, giving you so much energy that you could probably take on the Hulk. When adrenaline is released, it means your body is in a state of readiness. This hormone quickly reaches all parts of your body through the bloodstream, even reaching the heart muscles. When a person is running away or fighting, and adrenaline is released in their body, they might not feel pain even if parts of their body are injured, like broken bones. This is because it's crucial for the person's safety. If someone in a fight or dangerous situation feels pain immediately, they might give up or get caught, so the body's response is to temporarily block the pain. This way, the person can keep fighting or escape without being hindered by the pain. You might have experienced this when someone has an accident and you ask if they are okay, and they say they are fine. However, hours later, they realize they have injuries, like broken fingers, because the shock initially numbed their awareness of the pain. The adrenaline hormone is released by glands above the kidneys, but all these productions and releases are under the control of the brain. If the brain doesn't give the signal, no hormone is released. The human brain can be in two states, a normal state like we are now, or a state of stress or fight or flight. The human brain is the fastest thing in the world at processing information. When something happens near us, the brain quickly orders the release of adrenaline. Some people feel stress without any apparent reason. For example, there might be no problem, but they feel anxious and worried. In these situations, the human brain releases adrenaline for no reason, causing the heart rate to go up and a burst of unnecessary energy in the muscles. Sometimes, this excess energy can make a person start trembling. During this time, the release of adrenaline not only isn't good for the body, but can even lead to depression. However, this doesn't mean that adrenaline is bad. If a wild animal attacks you and you start running, the power behind that is adrenaline, and it's quickly sent to all muscles by the brain command. Imagine you're in a war and fighting. You should know that it's the same adrenaline giving you the strength to fight for hours. To see the speed of the brain's command and adrenaline secretion, pay attention to this video. As you can see in the video, the motorcyclist escapes in a fraction of a second without being able to think, and he narrowly avoids certain death. An interesting point here is truly astonishing. The human brain acts so swiftly that before giving the command to release adrenaline, it signals the heart to beat faster. Then, it gives the command to release adrenaline, and all of these actions happen in a fraction of a second. For this reason, people who experience high levels of stress or anxiety may face heart problems because the brain unnecessarily instructs the heart to beat faster. Here, the brain is mistaken and, without any reason, increases the heart rate, similar to a car that runs its engine at high speed without any reason and causing it to overheat. Now let's see what happens when adrenaline is released in simple words. When our brain sends the signal, adrenaline hormones quickly enter our blood. These hormones know exactly where to go and rush towards our muscle cells. Another thing the brain does is reduce the production of insulin. This lets more sugar stay in the body, ready to be used for the energy we might need.
They call me a god.
The other job of adrenaline is to boost our focus. It's interesting to note that an event that happens within 30 seconds seems so long-lasting in our minds that we feel every fraction of a second of that experience. For example, we all have friends who can explain a simple escape from a wild animal for more than an hour. This is because adrenaline creates such intense focus in a person that every moment of the story stays vivid in their mind, making it feel like a very long experience. Now, let me ask you, why do more thieves succeed in escaping in most thefts? Well, the reason is that a person who commits theft usually experiences more stress, causing more adrenaline to be released in their body, and, as a result, the thief with more adrenaline has a greater ability to escape, running like a fast runner. Here's an interesting story about adrenaline. There was a little boy whose dad was a mechanic. One day, the car fell off the jack, trapping his dad underneath the heavy car. The little boy, seeing his dad stuck under a 1.5-ton car, lifted it and saved his father. The unbelievable strength that allowed the little boy to lift the heavy car came from the release of adrenaline. In the early days of human existence, adrenaline was extremely beneficial, and humans relied heavily on it. However, in today's modern era, adrenaline poses several challenges. When a significant event occurs, the bitter memory of that event becomes ingrained in the minds of people. This is why some soldiers may feel terrified even at the sight of their military hats, as these hats bring back memories of wartime experiences. For instance, if you find yourself in a situation with a life-threatening robber wearing a red hat, you may experience intense fear. Anytime you see someone with a red hat, it could trigger the release of adrenaline in your body, transforming into stress. In the contemporary world, adrenaline doesn't have as much utility because almost everything is accounted for. Nevertheless, some individuals believe that adrenaline is beneficial for them. Yes, it is useful, but only when you genuinely need it. If it is released without reason, it puts undue pressure on your entire body, especially your heart. For those who experience the unnecessary secretion of adrenaline and suffer from anxiety and stress, it's advisable to consult a doctor. In the short term, an increase in adrenaline doesn't have a significant impact on health. However, over time, chronically high levels of adrenaline in your body can lead to real health problems.